This is the most dangerous sea area on Earth. Three young people had just entered when they suddenly discovered that countless sharks were speeding toward them at light speed. Realizing the danger, the young man quickly grabbed the propeller and desperately applied force. However, they soon despaired as they discovered that those sharp dorsal fins were not shark fins at all, but clearly the teeth of some giant sea monster. As the camera zoomed out, a giant abyssal mouth with a diameter of thousands of meters slowly rose from the depths of the sea. It was then that everyone realized that the creature was the sea demon guarding the beast sea. Just as they were about to speak, a towering tooth almost capsized their small boat. In a critical moment, Dazhuang quickly extended his left hand, trying to summon the power of the sea god. However, this was the legendary Bermuda Triangle, and even he, the son of the sea god, was powerless. As disaster loomed, the three could only desperately cling to the ship's side, helplessly being dragged by the massive whirlpool toward the center. The small boat swayed left and right in the sea demon's esophagus, but surprisingly, after the danger passed, the three found themselves safely inside the sea demon's belly. But when they looked up, they discovered that it was as vast as the universe, filled with the wreckage of ships and airplanes. It turned out that everything that had disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle was swallowed by the sea demon. Even more surprisingly, the three encountered an old acquaintance here.
Clarice!
The daughter of the war god
Jackson?
Ares. Their 10,000-ton warship hadn't even been able to escape the sea demon's giant abyssal mouth. Fortunately, after the zombie crew members' emergency repairs, the 2-year-old warship quickly regained power. But just as they thought they were safe, the sea demon began a new round of digestion. Everything started to flow toward the stomach's end, where a giant mouth full of sharp spikes was mercilessly crushing everything in its path. What should they do now? The carefree Air Chui decided to use the cannons to fight the sea demon in a desperate attempt. But Dazhuang believed this was simply a suicide mission. Just as they were about to be crushed, Dazhuang suddenly came up with a brilliant idea. He climbed up to the cannon platform and began firing wildly at the sea demon's stomach lining. Sure enough, under the bombardment, the sea demon's stomach wall quickly crumbled, and seawater flooded in. At Dazhuang's command, Air Chui immediately pushed the engine to full throttle, and they raced toward the opening. The warship burst out of the sea demon's body, and just before the ship could be crushed by the pressure of the water, they managed to break the surface and escape. However, Dazhuang didn't celebrate for long, because they had an even more important mission to complete: finding the legendary artifact, the Golden Fleece, which could resurrect everything. And this all began with a fire-breathing unicorn bull.